everybody, welcome back to Jaja Draws. I have a super special episode coming at you today because I have a guest.
Hello.
This is my son Elliot, and he asked me if we could do an art project together. Right, dude?
Yeah.
And what was it that you wanted to do?
Drawing something.
Drawing something. And he wanted us each to draw our own version of the same thing. So, I came up with an idea. What have we been watching?
Loki.
We've been watching Loki. By the way, who's the best Loki?
Alligator.
Alligator, high five, my dude! I guess mini spoilers, sorry if you're dead and not on the internet and didn't know there was an alligator Loki. Anyway, what he and I are going to be doing today is he is on his computer and I am going to be on my drawing tablet, and we are each going to draw our own version of Loki. Is that right? Whatever we want. Obviously, there are no rules for a Loki. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So each of us is going to draw a Loki, and we'll be back with you when you're done. When we're done.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, kid. So, first of all, what is this drawing program that you're using?
Paint 3D. It's jank. I only use it for one feature and one feature alone.
And what's the one feature that you use it for?
Magic Select. It's what I'm using right there. It allows me to lift things into the third dimension like that. So yeah, it's in the third dimension.
So like when you flip it around like that, because you're looking at it in all three dimensions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you like Magic Select? Like, why do you like being able to lift things into three dimensions?
First of all, it's useful as a layering tool.
Mm-hmm.
And second of all, I can play with the axes really well, and it also helps with overlays, and there's just some things that I just can't do in other softwares. I also have a full access to a completely original 3D library of things.
Mm-hmm. But you didn't use your library here, right? This is all
Yeah.
stuff you drew directly.
Yeah.
So, what is this square character you're working on?
That's the TV Loki.
TV Loki. So, just to clarify, this is a Loki variant that is specifically a television, right?
Yes.
So, it's a robot Loki?
Yes, but it's also a television.
So, can he watch stuff on himself?
Mayhaps.
Mayhaps. What TV shows do you think Loki would watch on himself?
I have no clue.
I think he'd watch Loki, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, so just real quick, I'm going to ask Elliot some more questions, but over on the left, you see me working on the sketch for what I was working on. I also like to work in layers, just like Elliot does, but I do not work in layers in 3 dimensions. I work on transparent layers that go on top of each other. And I was working on doing a layout for a kid with kid proportions, which are different from adult proportions, and that makes things quite tricky sometimes. But it worked out okay. Okay, so what are you doing right now, Elliot? Why?
I am drawing the crown. That's my duplicated.
You're drawing the crown?
Yeah,
with the horn spikes?
Yeah, I had a bit of trouble getting this right.
All right.
I kept the base, but the horns were not working out for me. So yeah.
So you duplicate and flip in Paint 3D?
Oh yeah, that is. I do that a lot.
Do that a lot for symmetry?
Yeah. So I'm not particularly happy with the crown. It did not turn out how I wanted it to.
Can I ask, if you've got a library of things that you can import, did you ever consider importing something from the library and using that?
It wouldn't match the style. Everything in the library is a 3D model.
Oh, and this is more like,
This is sort of a gimmick app. It was supposed to show off 3D, but I mostly use it for 2D.
So you kind of do, you remember when we watched that Nerd Forge video where she did the diorama that was layers of
That's
of
exactly
resin?
what I'm doing.
Yes, so you've got layers and layers and layers in a 3-dimensional space that are making that. So when you do that, what are you doing? You're cutting it out of the layer that it's on and moving it to a different layer?
An AI does it for me. It is extremely hard to work with. It's weird and it's wonky, but here I'm trying to do a sort of green aura so that it's obvious that it's Loki, but I That happened.
But that happened. What was that?
I don't know.
You don't know. Tragedy. That's all right.
So I spawned a blue cube to be the sky.
It's a very happy, blue, green, cheerful world you're working in right now. Did you do that on purpose?
I realized that it wasn't. I wanted to add the shadow boy, and so I changed it to a more dark. Here I tried doing.
You
lighting
tried giving him
effects.
some fog, and yeah.
I tried to make the screen look like it's lit. I think this is the best that I was able to do. I keep playing around with it for a bit.
Can you light in 3D Paint? Can you light a single layer
No.
so that like you could just
They're
light
not
Loki?
really layers. Each of them are separate 3D objects. I have issues with the Z fighting because of that.
Mm. And now what are you working on?
Big Shadow Boy.
Big Shadow Boy.
I try adding sort of like shadow, but then I decide that didn't look good. So I'm drawing his head here. I didn't really know how to do his head, so I kind of did it a bit too flat.
You know what I call him?
What?
Elias the smoke doggy. I mean, he was a big old smoke doggy. He was a pretty good boy. He was doing his job. He was protecting the end of time. Right?
Yeah. I'm doing the mouth here. It's... I'm having issues with it.
I gotta say, kid, that looks like a uwu times 11 mouth.
No!
How dare I? How dare I say it's uwu times 11?
I like that mouth shape so much. Please do not ruin it for me.
I'm sorry, it's scary teeth? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. It's obviously scary teeth. How could I ever say that other thing? Which I will never say ever again. Lest I ruin it for you. Oh, wow.
Ah!
I was going to ask something else, but now I've forgotten. Oh, right. So it looks like you're using the airbrush tool. Is that correct?
No, there is no airbrush tool. I'm using the watercolor tool.
The watercolor tool. There are other tools, right? Like,
yeah.
Is there a pencil or a
There's
pen?
There's a pencil, and it looks like a pencil, but I don't know why this one. I don't know why this one looks like an airbrush, but it does.
So, why do you like the watercolor tool as opposed to some of the more hard edge tools?
It lets me do this for one.
This meaning what?
The light white outlines and the sort of cartoonish style.
So the outlines that you have on there are on purpose.
Yes, but they're actually a result of Magic Select.
So Magic Select finds the farthest out edge of the airbrush?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know how it exactly works, but because the edges of the airbrush are transparent and Magic Select doesn't like that, it ends up... See, what happens right there is that, I don't know why, but if I try to erase behind the 3D object without, tapping the eraser first, then it turns black. I don't know why that happens.
Shouldn't you have to tap the eraser first if you want to erase? Am I wrong?
No, I mean clicking once.
Okay, that was cool. You just expanded that and then you just popped it behind Loki.
Yeah.
That's nifty. I like that. So did you put the white dots in the eyes to make them look more dimensional?
I think those were supposed to be his pupils. Also for lighting effects that I absolutely failed at. They work sometimes they don't.
Do you know what I think about my drawings, Bud? I always think I fail at everything that I do, but we get better every time we try. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
That's why I keep trying lighting effects.
That's legit.
So here I decided that Big Shadow Boy is going to be a 3D.
It's going to be 3D.
Yeah, but then some of the tendrils weren't being... And here's where I realized that they were on the skybox.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I fixed that.
Mm-hmm. Then how do you make him 3D if he's a 2D shape in a 3D space?
I pull him off I use Magic Select.
And you pull him off?
Yeah.
And then he's 3D?
Yeah.
But what's his depth?
0.
Yeah, so he's still only 2D if his depth is 0. Because
But
if
I
you
can,
zero in that, you could make him thicker.
I
Then-
actually can't. You can't do that for some reason.
You can't. You can expand it up and down, and you can expand it left to right, but you can't expand its depth.
Nope.
That's some nonsense.
Jank.
It's jank. So,
So-
what are you doing right here?
Creating the alligator.
Oh, yeah. What, you
So-
started with the inside of the mouth?
Yeah, that's the oil. Well, I kind of had to. That's the oil brush.
That's the oil brush.
Yeah.
I do note the texture difference.
Yeah.
So you magic select him.
And then I have to, because the teeth are white, and the Magic Flip Box seems to think that the background is white despite it being transparent. I have to fiddle around with it for a little bit. I copy over
Oh,
the
and you
crown
copy over the crown. Beautiful. Because it's...
and rotate it around a little bit.
So that it's on his head. Rawr. Okay, so I just want to point out that in the show, Alligator Loki did not actually attack Elliot, the big giant smoke dog. This is fan fiction. But then again, I guess there's no TV Loki either, is there?
So here I tried drawing Sylvie, but I am not very good at humans.
That's alright.
And it just would have looked weird. Yeah, it didn't look like Sylvie, so
I don't know, kid. I like it. I love her hair texture.
That's once again the oil brush.
And well, hey, oil brush. It's a nice thing. It's cool.
Try drawing her mouth. And I think this is about the point where I just say, yeah, no, that's not working.
Yeah, no, I'm just going to delete that. Me, over on my side, I'm giving Loki a background and some mystical green mojo from his hand. And then I'm about done. How about you?
Yeah, I'm also about done.
Fantastic. Okay, so we finished our drawings. What did you think of yours?
I don't even know.
Did you have fun doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah? I think yours is amazing. I love TV Loki, but I really love that you added the evil smoke dog. I think, and also, of course, my favorite Loki character, Alligator Loki. What do you think of mine?
That was pretty great.
Pretty great?
Yeah.
I do enjoy a good, innocent-looking evil character. It makes me happy in my heart. What do you think, little kid Loki?
Yeah.
Do you think he's already trying to kill Thor?
Probably.
Probably.
Whether intentionally or not.
Alright, well, thank you for participating on my art channel. It was a pleasure having you and doing drawing with you. I hope you all enjoyed Elliot's participation on my art channel. And we'll see you soon. Can I say bye?
Bye.
Bye.